Welcome back, guys. We've got the men's team event, Group A, Australia versus Wales. Welcome back, George. So this is the last match of the evening. We'll be back on at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning with the under 18s.
Referee table 34.
So first win for Wales there for, I think his name's Corey that plays for him. We have got 2 tables up on stream for you now. Both from the same match. Work at 3 AM, blimey. I'll be gladly in bed to sleep by then. Show you the other table whilst we wait for gents to come on to the other table. Australia are the yellow balls. So in off the break for us, Australia's got a shot on the visit here. So this is the second visit here, Jakob.
What route would you be taking?
See, I personally wouldn't have went reds. I personally would have went yellows myself.
Yeah, I agree. There's only one problem ball, or not even a problem ball, but one ball that's even ever so slight an issue, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
The one near the red.
Which is the one that you would have taken first anyway with your first shot.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a wrong choice of colour myself.
Probably made it harder work for himself. Good evening, Big L. Who are you?
I like the fact that you've only been here 2 seconds and you've got a hello.
Well, you know.
I've been here all afternoon.
And all you've had is people flirting with you.
He's left this tricky, hasn't he?
So, this is where the problem lies. In that, even though he took... Yeah, I thought it might be Lewis. How you doing, mate? So, despite the fact that he took the pocket up at the top of the table, he left himself a problem ball down here. Can't actually see whether that cuts past the yellow.
I think it does.
It's got
I think it does
the way
cut
that
past.
he's queuing, it's got to be. Oh. Gone for back double.
He got away with that, really, because if he had played it a lot harder, it could have come back out and landed on the rail. He's lucky enough that it's actually covered the pocket enough so the black don't squeeze past.
See, I just still can't see any problem balls, really, for the yellows.
That's what I mean. He took the wrong choice. I ain't no lady.
I ain't no lady.
I ain't no lady.
I ain't no lady. Lewis, this is Charlie.
Hi, Lewis.
Greg, the Scotland team were playing earlier. I don't know when they'll next be playing. If you wanted to watch them, then I think that was our first session of men's. Bear with me for 2 seconds. I'm just going to update the scores on the other table.
So just an update on the other scores that's going on. You have got the China men's versus the Northern Ireland men's. That's currently at 1-1. Norway men's and Netherlands still at 0-0. And you've got Catalonia men's against England men's, and Catalonia 1-0 up.
So this was the only problem ball, and he's got on it. Do you know what? Knocking into that red has just left him with nothing.
Gave him such a problem there.
Although it looks on stream like the yellow cuts past the black.
It's a lot of distance and it's over the pocket though.
Yeah, and it doesn't look quite so much like it sat from here looking along the table.
With that distance, that's a tough shot.
It's funny, you know. Paul Rafferty has just said, I know I've had nearly a bottle of wine and a few whiskies, but this is hard to watch. But, I mean, this is men's A-team, England.
Not England, Wales and Australia.
Well, okay, all right. Men's A-team, international, sorry. And that actually brings me back to something that we talk about quite a lot when I'm streaming money matches and when I've been streaming other events. In that it's always so much easier to play the table when you're sat looking at it, especially from an angle like we've got the cameras, because you can map it out so easily in your mind and it all looks really easy to do. But
sometimes you can't just see the simple shots when you're at the table.
Exactly.
You need to step away from the table and walk around it to make sure.
Not even just that.
But sometimes you see it you see the shots better when you're away from the table.
Lewis, no ribbing. Come on.
Huh? Lewis, what?
Lewis went out shackled because you corrected me when I said England. It's all right. I'm kind of getting used to the fact that she probably will correct me every now and again.
Just every now and again.
Well, I just won't talk too much.
Just get used to it. Can we just turn your mic off?
If you like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Preferably.
I like to hold the mic quite close to my mouth, so don't want it too loud.
You actually had hair in your head for a change.
Oh, yeah. So he's gone from being at the table with it nice and open to, as soon as he's hit that red and knocked it in over the pocket, he's now landed himself in trouble, hasn't he? And he's now going to have to sort of fight for a bit of position. And I think these tables are running pretty fast.
Sometimes, Big Al. Sometimes. It's Lewis, did you say?
Yeah,
Lewis.
Lewis.
Let me wait until I meet you. You wait until I meet you.
Lewis is one of our loyal watchers.
Uh-huh.
Watches most of our matches. That is now 2-1 to Wales.
So we got Marshy stepping up on the other table for Wales. He's won quite a few IPA events, Marshy, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Steady player.
Ex-world champion. And look, you don't even have to change whose break it is because it's still theirs.
On that table. I'll be on commentary at Golden Eight Ball. I'm employed to commentate there, so you best be nice to me.
I'm only going to be at the first weekend for Golden April this year.
You're only going to amateur weekend.
I have to only go to the amateur weekend.
Oh.
Got a Tower shootout the following weekend.
Oh, have you? Wow. We're both working at separate events.
Referee to 18, please. Referee to 18.
Sorry, just privately discussing events for Elite Able TV now.
That's it. Now you got me on commentary. You don't want to let me go, eh, Jakob?
Unfortunately, neither of us would be commentating on the Tower events. George, I'm afraid you just don't have the credentials, buddy.
Neither do I, but I look pretty, so that goes in my favour.
So, announced and coming up, we have a 9-ball tournament in Bristol on the 15th of December. We possibly have a money match on the 8th of December in Justin Skinner and Lewis Calcutt, although I've heard that that's not being played anymore. And we've got all the Murphy's events, which span nearly the entire year for next year. And so far announced for the shootouts, we have the Q8 Wigan, 16th of February. Then we have Murphy's Sports Bar on the 20th of April. And we have the Players Sports Bar in Falkirk on the 22nd of June. And on 13th of July, we've got a shootout at the Q Academy.
So Craig Marsh just lost on the other table
So
for Wales there.
So it's in Scotland.
What, Scotland?
The shootout event.
Okay. Same weekend as pro. Okay. Busy schedule. Number one. No, right.
Yeah, I agree, George. The standard has been pretty good throughout. We've obviously been watching a few of the tables around the arena as well. I think it takes quite a lot to get used to different tables like this.
Especially with the blue cloth, completely reacts differently.
Yeah, I've only played on the Optima tables with the green cloth, which I enjoyed. Very nice. But I wouldn't like to be trying to put any pace onto the middles on the blue cloth on these, because even with the green cloth, the middle pockets are not very accepting.
I was having a chat with someone earlier. I have spotted a couple of kicks today. But also the tables will be settling down after being set up as well.
result card from the specials, Scotland and England, please. Scotland and England specials. Can we have the result card, please?
I take it he's on about meeting me, because you've met, yeah? You've met Lewis.
What's that, Lewis? No, I haven't actually.
Have you not met Lewis?
No.
Ah.
Thank you very much, Lewis. It's not been without its teething problems today. Haven't actually done any commentary until now because we're having massive issues with the internet. Couldn't get a LAN cable feed patched through.
It's all right. Commentary's been in safe hands.
It was quite funny, really, because they said oh, we've got to wait for the technician to come in, and then I found out about 2.5 hours later that there wasn't a technician, and that wasn't true at all.
What?
So they ended up having to get a manager to do the patching. Luckily, he was able to. So we've now got 2 tables running. Yeah, so I spent most of my time stressing trying to get a second table running and not really talking.
It wouldn't be a live stream if it didn't have its teething problems.
No, definitely not. Did I turn it on and off?
We're not going to say anything, George, because we don't want to jinx it. It's a long way to go this week.
I did have the second PC crash earlier, just when we finished off the last stream. So hopefully it's not any kind of overheating problems. It does actually take quite a decent system to be able to run a streaming program successfully.
Australia's just taken another frame off on the other table.
Making it 4-2.
We're making it 4-3, actually.
4-3?
Yep, 4-3 now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, had they not put the score up for the other one? It's on here.
They've just literally potted. You've missed it at the same time.
Okay. Stand corrected, 4-3.
Not correcting you again at all, Jakob.
You win. It's a good job I'm not stubborn, isn't it? That's good to hear, Robert Healy. To be fair, we normally stream to Facebook most of the time, although if the internet connection's good enough, then we do tend to stream to both. But obviously there's a lot more social interaction, generally speaking, with Facebook than there is with YouTube. It's a lot more viral and shareable. So we, not that long ago, actually decided to start streaming to YouTube just because of people wanting to watch it on their televisions and stuff too. So glad you like what you see.
The special event, please, Scotland and England. Can the match result card, please, for your last match? It's in the specials, Scotland and England. Need your match result card, please.
So on both tables, we've got Australia breaking on both.
The white's down. That's quite a nice break. Unfortunately, for the Australian.
See, I like reds here. I like reds.
I
Just a personal preference.
I did for a second, but
The 2 reds by the middle bothering you?
they bother me more than the yellow that's on the right-hand bottom.
Yeah. See, I would be taking one of these yellows that are sat together by the 2 reds first, land on them two first.
That for me completely depends on whether. No, I suppose actually, yeah, if he's going to go reds, then that's the way to go about it.
See, it was wrong shot. I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have played the yellow, played into the yellow, pushed the yellow towards the rail.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're putting one of theirs safe, and then you're on your two little problem balls. Then there are just two little screwback shots.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do nothing then.
See, there is actually quite a value in a decent female player commentating on a pool game because, definitely Charlie knows her way around the table and sees shots that some other people wouldn't.
He stitched himself up here. Didn't want that. Oh, Corey here, he's played for Wales internationally for a few years, so he's very experienced as well. Australia have only been on for the last couple of years, last 2 years. This year's the first year that we've actually got China joining us. So we're getting bigger.
Growing and growing. Lewis, I think that's probably the best way about it, commenting on your phone and watching on the telly. It's like a little remote control, isn't it?
What?
He's sat watching the pool on the telly, but commenting on his phone.
Oh. It's the way to do it.
Because I do find that watching stuff on YouTube and trying to comment at the same time, you miss stuff as you're commenting.
You wanted to play that with more pace. Is that? I don't think that's touching ball over, which you'd prefer. From here, it looks as if there's a bit of a gap.
See, I think that just shows how fast this table is. Because I think he was trying to hold for this other corner pocket.
Oh, he was definitely trying to hold for that.
But just rolled a little bit too far and knocked into the yellow. Sent it off course.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think it's touching. Because if it was touching ball, then he could just play away. So he still has to hit a cushion. It could be wrong. He's cueing the yellow. So it could be touching ball. So if it's touching ball, you can play your opponent's ball, or you can just hit a cushion. You don't actually have to make contact with any object ball.
He's not going to be happy with that at all. And he isn't happy about that at all. Not a great surprise.
Yeah.
As he's just left
lumped his arms, hasn't he?
He's just left him a hook, line and sinker on these two yellows that potentially were presenting a problem.
Go on, Deb, get comfy. Have a nice cup of coffee too. Why did I say coffee?
I wondered that. You don't even drink
do not
coffee.
get coffee. I take that back. Have a nice bottle of wine or two. Don't laugh at me, Jakob. I want to know what you're drinking now, Deb. Big Al, 4 pallet loads.
He's got the same PMA as you. Positive mental attitude. 4 bottles of wine.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I can't wait to beat you now, Lewis. You've gone up in my estimation.
There's me. Don't drink at all. There's you. Let me at it.
I know, complete opposites. Oh, Paul, if you were sharing, should have let me know. I would have been right there. Jakob would have coped. Well, you know where I am, Paul, if you want to bring us a bottle of wine down. I am at the Bridlington Spa. Lovely, lovely arena.
Back to the pool anyway. So, realistically, this should be all over. Bit of running side. Wow, these tables are quick. I actually would have put a little bit more right-hand side on that.
Sorry, I actually missed that shot.
Well,
I was watching Craig Marsh on the other table.
He cut the ball in that was on the cushion, and I said he wanted to put a bit of running side on it, and he did, but it just drew the ball up the table, and he'd have been better off putting more on it for it to swing over onto the side cushion and back off again.
Like I said, they do have a different reaction to the...
Totally.
You can keep the pink gin, I don't like that. Tastes like leaves. I'll have a whiskey though, whiskey's fine.
Australia taking a frame, making it 5-4.
Yeah, the scoreline is updating on the other one, Jakob.
I was just doing it. I just needed to press save. I was already there. George Pope. Standing up too fast, that's the same effect on me as alcohol.
That's called hypertension. You might want to go to the doctors for that. Or drink more wine.
Well,
before you stand up.
If you get migraines like I did the other day, you don't need to drink because you've already got that hangover. Bang. I mean, I was affected for 2 days from it.
The same at Bapto. The one person that doesn't drink suffered the most.
I literally probably was the only person at Bapto that doesn't drink.
No comment. Me neither. Cheers, Deb. Enjoy. 8:30 a.m. The bar's open here, so it is perfectly liable.
Viable.
Viable. Oh.
Sorry, just getting my own back.
Yeah. All right. It's 2-1. If you're at Bapto, you're more than likely to see us there. You going Bapto again next year? I think you are, aren't you?
This guy just gave Marshy the break.
He gave
How
Marshy
bizarre.
the break.
Yeah.
Wow. And Marshy dry break?
Yeah, I think I will do Bapto. You doing Bapto?
I'm doing Bapto. How you doing? Yeah, Jakob will be at Bapto if he survives that long. We will see.
George Pope's retracted a message. What did you write, George?
Johnny Cashwoody, that comment made me giggle. I must admit, why would you give away the break?
No idea. Absolutely no idea. And I mean,
At this level,
unless you've been braking all day and every single brake's come up dry, because it does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
And in that case, I kind of get it a little bit. Although you'd think maybe just change your brake, try the cut brake or something else.
Lewis, were you at Golden 8 Ball this year? Because if you were, I remember your team. So we might have already met.
Why didn't you come and introduce yourself? Because you were at Bapto this year, weren't you?
Who are you talking to?
Lewis.
Lewis,
Not
yeah.
you nutter.
I was going to say. Of course I was there. You were my mixed doubles partner. What a let down you were.
Mixed nuts partner, more like.
Mixed nuts.
Ooh, Bapto singles semi-finalist. Very good. I unfortunately damaged my cue the first day that I was there, so ended up not playing particularly well in the singles, and
I got to quarterfinals of lady singles. Got knocked out by a lovely Trudy Furness, 3-2 in deciding frame. We were quarterfinals of the mixed doubles.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. Got knocked out by Ian, Ali, and Ursula. I can't remember Ursula's last name, but they were in the final. They lost to Nat Madden.
Yeah, it's not necessarily such a big disappointment. Well, I don't know, it was because...
You were a disappointment.
Can't say that was...
I can, and I just have. You can stop laughing and do your job now, Jakob.
Sorry.
Thank you, Kevin. That's the one. I can't pronounce it though. Craig Marsh there.
He got rid of them that quickly. You didn't even have a chance to put what colour it
I
was
know. I got the brake on that.
Tuesday night Banbury team.
Might take 4 hours, but Matty can go back. So he's on his way. Can you hold the match for 4 hours? Yes, George, that's something that we were just wondering why you would give away the break. Like Jakob said, unless you're feeling like you're having a bad day breaking and it's going against you. But Craig Marsh, one of the reigning champions. What do you mean, Steve?
Have we got commentary on this table? Yeah, we've got commentary on this table.
That's what I mean. What do you mean, Steve?
So,
You've been chatting to us all day.
sorry. Just having a moment. Replying to some messages. Business to deal with.
Last money match, Lee Kirk's money match, if that's what you were on about. We were there at Milton Keynes Sunday night.
nursing my migraine. So Steve Hooper, there's no commentary on the table. Unfortunately, there's just not enough people that want to talk. So
I keep trying to
we've got us on
get
here.
rid of you onto the other table, but it's not happening, is it? Yes, Lewis. Don't hit me with the mic. Yes, Lewis. I was working with Wayne Pinder.
Right, just for information, the food area will be closed in 7 minutes' time.
Yeah, so
At 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Food? What, there was food?
Oh dear
Is it
God!
food?
Well, just the fact that Lewis remembers me is bad enough.
Oh no, you said you were commentating with Wayne. That's not so bad.
Yeah, I was commentating with Wayne,
Yeah,
and
so
then Lewis says, "I remember seeing you."
Yeah, commentating with Wayne. At least he's not saying that he remembers seeing you flying around the arena.
Well, yeah. If you'd seen me Saturday night in the arena, it would have been a whole different story.
That is a
No,
nice
he's
little
played
shot
that
along the
lovely,
way.
hasn't he? Dancing on the table.
Ah, okay.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like me. Whoops. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do such things.
So there you go. You stand corrected.
Yeah.
Well, and I do.
Well, yeah, you thought I was just on commentary. Clearly, I was busy.
Good dancer though. Got to give you that.
I'm a real. Exactly, George.
Right, so
Exactly.
here we go.
What are you doing now?
I'm going to show you George.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say hello to George. Hi, George. I certainly am
Oi,
not
Lewis.
a lady.
She's not a lady, but she is a good girl.
George called me a lady. Lewis is pretty bang on there.
Just more of a realist.
Just crazy. There's just no word for me. There's just no word.
She can
for
act
me.
like a lady.
When I'm asleep.
I've heard.
I'm not entirely sure who is playing for Australia. We don't actually get given team sheets.
If you
with
go
names
on, if you go on the league app live,
and you need to type in BBI in the search engine when it comes up, and then you select which teams you want to find out results on.
And you can also click on the teams, and it will bring you up the players' names.
They used to do stats as well on them. I don't know whether they still do, but they used to do stats on breaking as well.
This is George Pope. Say hello to George.
Georgie, Porgy, Pudding and Pie. Wow, you look a bit nuts.
You can't say that. Poor George.
He's down. He looks like he's down my street, actually.
We've got Graham Huggins.
Oh, hi, Huggy. Yeah, we've met. We've met.
Have you?
Yeah, we've met.
Okay.
Oh! You need to move your phone.
Oh, I had a better one of George. I'm sure I did. Don't worry, George. They're not going public. No, I don't think it's on here. So what we did, all right, George will remember this. We were doing a money match. I think was it Danby Mary? No, it wasn't Danby Mary. It was a different one. We were doing a money match. In fact, it might even have been. No, I can't even remember. It was at Q Academy anyway. That's all I remember really. And we decided to, yeah, it was George. So we decided to do mid-game. We'd do a game of hot or not. So we got everybody to send in photos of themselves. It's all men, basically. We got everyone to send in photos of themselves, and I created a screen to go up in the middle of the stream, basically, to because we had George Tierney first off. Send a
Oh, the
photo
famous TRM one.
And I'd put him up on the stream, and then that kind of sprung the idea of putting some other people's photos up on stream to get some people that were watching to send in photos. And so we created this hot or not screen with George, Adam Watts, George Tierney, me and Dan in the middle.
Jenks and Jakob's idea.
I think it was Penners, yeah. I think it was Penners and I can't remember who else. And Huggy. And so we had everyone do a vote of who was hot and who was not. It was pretty amusing. Because we used to do games of I Spy and stuff like that when they was in between when the players were having a break. Might have to bring that back in.
Nobody needs to see that, Paul. Nobody.
Yeah, no, I think he actually was topless.
Oh, well, yeah, right, I get that. He does that quite a lot.
Yeah.
To show you the other table whilst we wait for the other players.
So my league team lost 6-5. Considering they started 5-0 down because of the lack of players, not too bad. Bit of a shame, really.
That was a pretty good comeback.
Good
Very
effort,
good comeback. You need to stop putting your phone out. Let's just give you guys an update of what's happening around the arena. So China men and Northern Ireland men, that is currently 6-3 to Northern Ireland. Norway men against Netherlands. Netherlands are 5-2 up. And England men's against Catalonia, while England are running away a little bit with a 10-1 lead. You're welcome for the update, Paul. You can find all results on, what was it, leagueapplive.com? Was that? Jacob? What's the website? Yep.
It is bbi.leagueapplive.com/live.php, and that will give you all the proceeds of this week. And Lewis, I've just sent you a picture on Facebook. That's actually amazing how quickly he logged on after I said that.
Huh?
How
He's
quickly.
already seen it.
Yeah. And yet he hadn't been active on Facebook for like half an hour.
Hi, Lewis. Now you see us.
So I'll show you Lewis. Just to show you everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lewis. Yeah, I'm disappointed you didn't come in and introduce yourself, mate.
Can you message George and send him the link?
I'll just put it on there.
You're just going to put it on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put the link up in a second.
So yeah, Steve, we've got 2 tables streaming. The other one hasn't got commentary, but you can still.
Steve over here. This game has just started again, Charlie. Quick nudge.
What? Where are we?
What?
What?
Back on this table?
What room? What?
Well, all I wanted was for Steve Hooper not to have to lay down anymore. So I thought
Oh.
I'd switch it back to the game on hand.
Oh, sorry.
She's a blonde with dark hair.
The score is 6-5, Deb, to Wales.
Yep.
And the score between me and Jakob is 2-1.
2-all.
Oh, golly, we're at 2-all now.
Adam Watts.
Hot or not?
Yeah, he was in it as well. I'll show you. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Right. Where are we? John Vaughan, this is me, Jakob, the owner of Elite 8 Ball TV, and we have Charlie. Who are you, Charlie?
Who am I? Oh, I'm just a pretty face. Let's turn it up.
So this is Watsy.
Hi, Watsy. You could have at least smiled in that photo.
Thank you very much, Deb.
Yeah, Steve, you've kept me company all day, haven't you?
So George Pope wants to play...
all right, mush.
All right, mush. George Pope wants to play Hot or Not again.
What's the score over here? 7-5
Ooh,
now.
7-5. Sorry, we're not always keeping an eye on the third table.
Third? We've only got 2 tables.
Yeah, no, I'm in the third table that's also affecting the scoreline.
Oh, yeah.
3-2.
So Monday is last day of the event with the final stages.
So Lewis Healy asked if you were better than me at pool.
Oh, definitely. It's not hard. All Jakob's good at doing is miscuing.
I don't think that's what the scoreline said the other day, is it? Come on. Let's be honest now.
To be fair, I let you in. Oh, of course, Steve. I've been doing that all day for you, keeping an eye out for Stephen Lee. I think there's a few players we can give that name to here that I've seen today. I've just decided that Jakob wants to live a very short life.
I hope you know how to work the equipment because there's quite a few dates booked in. I'll give you a crash course later.
Okay.
You being nosy?
Yeah? You're talking about me?
Might be.
You're talking. There's no might
might
be
be.
about it. About it. I can see over your shoulder. It's all right. Some of us will do some work.
If there's a loud noise in a second, it's Charlie flying across the room.
All right, Pete Jakob. He ain't gonna rest peacefully. He's gonna burn. So, what's the worst that could happen, Jakob? You're being asked.
What's the worst that could happen?
Just remember, you are
hold on,
actually in reaching distance.
What are we talking about here?
But you weren't going to survive.
Oh, someone's knocked the camera. Right, bear with me a sec. Someone's
It's out of focus.
just decided that the
I think
camera
that was
needs
the
to be at an
player.
angle.
Yes, Steve, best of 25. All frames are played in the group stages. Saturday's the knockout stages, and they will just play to the result. Lewis, you're drunk?
Right, it was McElroy.
What?
McElroy knocked all 4 of those tables, and it knocked into the tripod.
Not enough ciders then.
I gave him a slap.
Also, one of the Australian players as well. Knocked it with his bottom.
Knocked it with his bottom.
With his bottom. It's very polite for me. This is actually men's A, Graham. Masters were on earlier.
Sorry, yeah, that's my fault.
Have you left it as Masters?
I may have done. Thanks for pointing that out.
What's that now?
Well, no, because it wasn't you that pointed it out, it was them.
My accent is strange.
It goes to the rest of her. Don't worry about it. She's like a lovable weirdo.
A buffoon. I'm not from Bristol.
No. Although, actually, a little bit more of a twang than you could be. I just got my first evils. You spent the whole, of the last week sounding like you're from some sort of mix of Birmingham and Liverpool.
What? Because I've whined at you? Just because I've whined?
Do you know what the funny thing is? I actually remembered to change it on the other table to the men's group A, and I forgot on that one. Whoopsie.
Not Western Supermare either.
Nah.
Just think where I shouldn't sound like I'm from. Because Oxford is quite a posh place. Supposed to be.
Yeah, but you're 6 miles far enough away from Oxford to not sound like you're from Oxford anymore.
What, since I've been here?
No, I mean, in Abingdon.
Oh, right, okay. Be like, where's Wally? Well, where's Wally is sat right here behind the commentary screen. And I'm looking at him. I just got my first evils.
Definitely not got enough hair to be Where's Wally. Definitely not. That takes some disguise. Shots fired. Indeed. So, is this a big pocket or is it a little bit tight?
It's a huge pocket.
Is it?
Huge.
Is it? Or is it just tight enough into
It's
the pocket?
huge. It flies.
Oh no! See, that's the thing, right? One, these blue cloths. If you happen to make contact with the cushion at all,
Yeah, but
it spits the ball
he
off.
didn't need to make any contact with that
2.
cushion. He could have played into the
I
red
wish-
ball.
I wish I could. Yeah, but I wish
He
I
could
wish
have
I
played
could. I
into
wish
the
I could
red ball.
rewind it because I'm telling you now that red was closer to the pocket than it looked.
Well, then it looks.
And I reckon that he had to get it absolutely bang on down the line to have any chance of getting in.
Fair enough. I would still not have contacted with that cushion at all and played off the red, so...
George, we've got a lot more than that. If she survives. It is now 9-6 to Wales.
Thanks, Steve. Steve's backing me up,
All right.
so he agrees with my shot.
Lewis is saying if I survive.
If you survive, Jakob. We'll see. Thing is, I need someone to drive me about. So I've got use for him. Look at all these people that are actually agreeing with me.
We've actually
People are agreeing with a woman.
Can I tell you something funny? Right.
We've got signal.
I don't want to upset you now, right? But there are actually more people watching the silent table than the one that we're commentating on.
What? What?
That's funny.
Current score is 9-6.
9-7, actually.
Oh.
9-7.
We tallies.
Any advances on 9-7?
Go once.
And I was going to put that link up as well, wasn't I? So, let's have a look. No, that's not it. Where was I? League app Livra. That's not right. It's fine. I wanted to remember it rather than look for it. Why has that done that?
Error, try again.
Bear with me. Yeah, I'll send it to you, George. I'm having a bit of an issue sending it as a message on here for some reason. Not sure why.
So the score is 9-7 to Wales at the moment. Yes, Paul, I do know Tasha quite well. We were sat chatting to her earlier, actually. The lady that was stood behind us earlier, the tattoo artist. We were chatting to her earlier, yeah. think I'd see her take a frame off Amanda Watson when they played England earlier. No, the score is definitely 9-7. We've got it here on the live stream and on the team sheets. No, Jakob is still alive. Just say hello, Jakob.
Good evening.
Told you he's still alive.
Just about. So, George Pope, I've just sent you the link. I'm not sure why it won't let me send it on here. Maybe something to do with putting links up, I don't know. Might be because I've got the spam filter enabled, so it won't let me send links. Evening, Kapow. How's it going, mate? Have you been watching much today, or are you just tuned back in and looking to fill your boots with some pool for the evening?
Gareth, the teams themselves actually fill out the scores on the sheet. So I'd imagine if they were wrong, it would have been picked up by now.
Yeah, I think the winning team puts their score in, don't they?
Yeah. No, both captains do. If one captain updates it before the other, it comes onto the screen, but you need to okay it. So, yeah, George Pope, that is the right link.
Weird. Not sure why it worked for you, but not me. Cheers, Penners. She's actually yet to get her own shirt, so she is currently Mr. She is
Mrs.
she is
Houdini.
well, she is Mrs. Jakob Houdini Tongalon.
Who are you calling special?
You are special.
No, not you. I want about George.
No, I said you are.
Yeah, I am.
Right. So he's not lying, is he?
But you don't know that.
He's obviously just trusting my judgment that I let you on the commentary.
I'm not special. I'm crazy. Well, so are you.
– 9-8. And now it's getting interesting. So, for those that don't want to flick over to another stream, you could flip the camera around for them. In fact, you don't.
It already is. I've done it.
Oh, you've done it.
I've done it.
Well, we'll flick it over so you guys can watch the last bit of the frame on the other table.
So is someone else waiting for their shirt? Oh, mind you, you do have a.
Penners, sort your life out, mate. He's already had two. So, the company that I use for them, as you know, have made quite a few mistakes.
Yeah. That's what I was just literally about to say.
Like quite a few mistakes. Like at least 2 or 3 mistakes every time I put an order in, sort of thing.
Fire! Well, it's better than you whatever you called me earlier. He was trying to call me feisty, but he called me a Fiesta instead. I said, well, at least I'm a Ford because they're pretty reliable.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let you off, Penners. But yeah, what the problem is that I've got another one for you at my house, but unfortunately it only says Penner. So unless you like writing a lot, then I'm not sending it to you. Still waiting on the other one. Right, now, that black that he just played then, he put so much wallop into that. And I don't know whether he had to bend it round a little bit or not, because obviously that's a lot more possible on this table. But he hit it pretty hard. And I think on a blue cloth, you're risking, if it hits the jaw at all, then it's going to spit off.
Yeah. You can't hit any part of the pocket. Awesome.
Cheers for the picture, Lewis.
We haven't actually had a chance to get onto the tables yet. We got here and we had 40 minutes to set up last night, so no, we've not had much chance yet.
Oh, that's a good point. Are we going to have a quick couple of frames before we go for some dinner later?
We could. Brought the cues. You ready to lose? Let's put you back to the other frame.
So, score actually says 10-8. To Wales.
Maybe George was right earlier on then.
No, I think you just put the wrong one up just then.
Did I?
Yeah.
Sack me. She will destroy you. He hopes.
That was part of the plan. Current up-to-date pick for Hot or Not.
So we're already receiving pictures for Hot or Not.
George, you crack me up.
That's very similar to the picture you showed me.
Yeah, it is.
But
it's near enough exactly the same.
It pretty much is. How?
Pablo, sort your life out, mate.
Help! What is that?
I think he's got a bit of pizza stuck in his teeth.
I think you need to go to the doctors, mate. That is not normal. The only thing I'm destroying is my dinner. Don't give me that look.
So this is our last stream of the night. We actually get to go and have some dinner, Charlie.
Oh.
You've eaten a crisp today.
Huh?
I think it was only one crisp,
Two.
wasn't it? Oh, was
Two
it two
crisps.
crisps?
Two crisps and a packet of mints.
2 crisps and a packet of mints.
Yep.
It's like a cheap Jeremy Kyle version of 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, isn't it?
Right, let's put back to the other table.
2 crisps and a packet of mints.
2 pints and a packet of crisps.
But you haven't even had that.
I have had 2 pints. Oh, no, I haven't. I've had 2 pints and a packet of mints.
And 2 crisps.
And a packet of mints.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Yeah.
George Pope.
George.
Charlie is gunning for you.
Anne Widdicombe. Anne Widdicombe. Yeah, right, I agree, Pablo. Bring back Steenie. Bring back Steenie.
Hang on. What have I done wrong? Cheek of it. And Pablo, this is my stream buddy.
Yeah, well, we don't need you. Just set it up and go away. Ow!
Cheeky sod.
I'm not concerned about the restaurant, but I think you're right about the wine. Lots of it. What are you on about? No, George. No. I don't even know this bloke and we're going to fall out.
Pablo's just said it's a very good stream, by the way.
Oh.
Was that your way of saying, sorry for saying that you should bring back Steenie and I should go?
I'm not apologising. Stand my ground. No one wants you here anyway. Don't give me that look. I can feel you giving me the evils in the side of my head. McDonald's. Come on. Look. He's vegetarian. It's the last place he's going to take me.
Only go for good food.
He's taking me KFC instead. They do more salad in their buns. So Wales look as if they're trying to step up a gear here. Oh, they've sped up around the table compared to when we first started.
And that is 12-8.
Pablo, if we ordered from the South Cliff, we'll be sat with our wooden spoons until next year.
So, Corey Reese fighting it out on the other table. And that's a nice shot. Oh, we're just about to start back on that table again.
We've got Craig Marsh coming back over to our table. Let's flick over there. good lag in there.
So Dan's joining us a little bit later on in the week.
Yeah,
Penners.
he comes down on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. And then I don't think Jenks was really up for it. Concentrating a lot more on his work at the moment.
Have you still got your spoon to collect your dinner? I was only joking, but that is the South Cliff for you. The decoration's still the same as well. We've literally just run through the South Cliff to get here. The pub that I dragged you through, so that we didn't get rained on.
Yeah, I think the whole of Bridlington is probably still the same as it's been since about 1980, including the weather outside.
No, the weather's changed. The weather's changed.
Wow.
The first year I come here, the weather was like it is today. You go outside and it rearranges your face, not just your hair. And then
yeah, quite.
Then the following year we had snow. And then in the year after that we had heat wave. Yeah, so you never know what you're going to get in Bridlington. So Georgie and me on commentary, would you the eyebrows said it all, George. Is that 13-8 now, Jakob?
That is now 13-8. Corey just absolutely walloped his last ball in before the black. There was just no need.
Showing off now, aren't they?
But he's Corey Reese, so he just did it anyway.
Raw mince. Why would anyone eat raw mince? Who are you? You're weird. How's that even crossed your mind?
It's because there's steak. The reason why I'm saying that is because me and Jamie Thomas were in Barcelona, and he ordered steak tartare, and he didn't realise that steak tartare meant that it was actually just
raw meat.
Essentially, raw mince, it's raw meat. And I've got a series of pictures that I took on my I can't remember if it was on my camera on my phone, but
I'll give it a go though, Adam.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why not? You don't eat meat, so.
Well, no, I know, but even when I used to, I still wouldn't have eaten it raw.
To be quite honest, I like my steak blue.
Yeah, but this was just like guts.
Yeah, but so's like steak when it's blue. Don't look at me like that.
Minging. And the guy that was on commentary the other night that was hammered, unfortunately.
Won't be returning.
No, ever again. That game is being retracted from our Facebook. I was downloading it earlier, actually. So, a quick look at that. See if
George
it's finished.
Pope, you owe me a drink, do you? Okay. I'll have a double shot of everything on the top shelf, thanks. Don't bother with the ice cube, because that gives you hangover. And just a splash of Coke, just to give it a little bit of colour. Purely for decor reasons, okay? And don't forget the umbrella and straw. Cheers. Friday, brilliant. Bring enough cash. It's a date.
George, you can't go trying it on with her when I've just sent you that picture, bud. I'll have to ban you.
Don't call me Anne.
I'll have to ban you from the stream.
Don't call me Anne. Oh my. Mints, as in like polos. Oh, gosh. Where are these people come from? Thank you, Deb. Someone has got some sense. Someone. Because I haven't.
Isn't it bizarre how on these streams quite often you end up getting into like conversations with loads of people, and half of them don't really watch as much of the pool as they do chat during it, and it's almost like people miss when there used to be chat rooms on the internet, which I don't think there really are so much anymore. But people used to go and just chat to random people and have conversations about all sorts.
So in
It's
other
actually quite
words,
good fun.
we're actually providing a service here.
Yeah.
This is like an AA meeting for people.
For you.
For me.
I mean, for you.
Oh, the AA pool meeting. So I don't know if you can actually see the table, Jakob. How tight is that?
It goes, flies in. Maybe a tiny bit right hand side to just twist it around. No dramas though.
Sometimes it looks deceiving from over here.
It's just your eyes.
There we go. Craig Marsh.
He's a bit of a demon cuist, isn't he?
Can we go back to this?
So what is the score now?
14-8 to Wales.
Is it then?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Positive?
100%.
What did you say it was?
14-8.
What was it?
14-8.
Too easy.
Can I get rid of your comments and stuff? Go.
Whose?
Yours.
Oh no, it's because I was downloading the video from the other night so I can delete it.
Done. So it's 25 frames, Ross. They play all 25 in group stages. Saturday is going to be knockout stages. Normally it's top 4 of each group. 1 will play 4 and 2 will play 3. What?
Did you see any tables in here with a green cloth?
Huh?
Well, then we can have a proper game of pool afterwards.
Not him. No. I'll have to go over the road. Little pub. If it's still there.
I actually wondered where the Chinese eight-ball table was because I hadn't noticed
They're
it.
upstairs.
Are they?
And they've got one in the other room, I think.
Is that the room that you can see around from the outside?
Yeah, that was a tough bridge. Australia's just won on the other table, taking it to 14-9. So there's 42 tables here in the arena. I think they got 3 Chinese 8-ball tables. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't had a look yet, but yeah, there's 42 tables here in the arena. There you are. Look, Pool Club in Brid has a Hainsworth cloth on.
That's my favourite table. Hainsworth match. On one of these tables.
I quite like Ross's new tables. Got to play on them in real. Quite like them.
Haven't had a chance yet. So.
Well, think how I feel, George. I'm only little. I have to roly-poly my way through the crowds to get here because I'm so tiny. Otherwise I get lost myself. And I've already said to Jakob, if he loses me, we find the ice cream van.
So Pennis did have a cloth on his table at home.
Speed cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically.
I
It was a
thought
speed
as
cloth.
much.
Yeah, it was horrible. Pennis loves it. He loves this blue cloth. But it's just because he's a tight ass and he doesn't like paying for new cloths. So
Either that,
wants it to
or he's not very good at positional play and relies on a speed cloth.
No, he's a great player. But he's just a tight ass. So he didn't want to have to pay for new cloths. So he wants the most hard-wearing cloth he can find.
Fair enough.
I said just strip the slate bare and just play on that.
Why not?
So Pablo said that Ross's tables are good, but he's charging too much for them. Aren't they about £1,000?
I was going to say, no, it's
'Cause
not that expensive.
That really isn't a lot for a pool table. I mean, obviously, I know that you can get a Supreme winner for, 800 or so, 700-800 quid, if they've had just a few games played on them. But, I mean, these Optima tables are £2,000, I think. And I know for a fact the Sam Leisure tables that we play on in Batso, they're over 2,000.
I was going to say they're worth a lot.
2,200. So I don't know. Depends what you want to play on, what you want to pay for it. I know the Supreme winners are, well, they may play really nice, and they've become the standard table, but they really aren't built very well if you open them up. They're essentially just made of chipboard or MDF rather, and it doesn't take a lot for them to start sinking in the middle and so on.
It's almost like, do you buy your shopping in Aldi or do you buy your shopping in Waitrose, isn't it?
Definitely.
Cheeky John. I'm just stating facts. Most people that like a speed cloth have no positional play. Just stating fact. These cloths are very, very quick. Sorry, Pablo. We ruined your fun. I think Ross is a bit too busy anyway to even connect to the stream. He was playing last time I see. So I think you're safe. But we'll pass the message on.
I'd like to just add that this is the you've read that wrong. It's speed cloths, not the 861.
Who said that? Where's that? Oh, Gareth.
Gareth Jones said, "Did I people who like the 861 have no positional play?" No,
No,
it was
I
just
didn't say that. Speed cloths.
The old pub favourite. Great for swerving on. Masse shots without any risk of damaging the table. But in my opinion, they're more of a fun cloth than trying to play properly.
Not like Yaka can play properly anyway.
So the Australian guy just took a frame, went over. All of his teammates were holding their hands up for a high five, and he just left them all hanging, every single one.
Yay. How rude. Please tell me we got that on stream. Thanks, George. I will very much happily stream it. Want a beating?
What's that?
George is offering you a beating.
I think Jakob would beat me at the moment. We can have a game if you want, George.
Oh, is he on about a game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not just a beating.
Oh, damn. I was just about to offer to pin him down and everything. Suppose I'll leave the duct tape at home.
Or just in the box over there.
Oh yeah, brought it with us. Many of uses for duct tape, isn't there? Gorilla Glue's better. Great stuff.
So, yeah, George, we can have a game. No problem at all. Dude.
Jakob, you got a whole week.
A whole week of pain. So, George, where are you based? You playing for money or just playing for a bit of fun? And if you want to play for money, what do you want to play for?
Leave me out of this, guys. I'm just streaming. To be quite honest, most people I actually talk to whinge about the blue cloth.
Yeah.
A lot of people dislike it.
Apart from Penners. Penners doesn't. Penners loves it.
There's always the one. There's always one.
But it's only because of his pocket.
Who are you talking?
If we're only going to play for a one at Georgia, it's got to be somewhere mutual. So whereabouts are you based?
I was going to say, where do you live, George? If you Kent. He's Kent.
Travel anywhere. All right.
I think I just burped on live stream.
How about Q Academy Milton Keynes? That's actually not too bad from you because you can go straight up the M1 once you get out of hell. And it's an hour away from me as well. Jack Clark, This is Jakob. I own the stream, and Charlie Viner sat next to me. We need the 861 to bring the viewers in. Why will it bring the viewers in? I think exciting pull is what will bring the viewers in. And maybe the colour of the cloth, but I don't think it's got anything to do with the cut of the cloth whatsoever. Again, personal opinion, but I think the Hainsworth match plays a lot better.
So Jack Clark, is that actually a match on, is it? Q Academy?
No, it's George.
Oh, is it George, is it? Oh. Yeah, we like the Q Academy. What are you going to play with? Oh, that's unlucky. Unlucky. Don't know. It looks very tight to that cushion. I don't think it's going anywhere. So I think Australia should clear these up, so this might be the last few shots of the night. I think they were precision cloths in Bapto, I can't remember. I'm sure they were precision cloths. Yeah, they were. Yeah.
No, actually.
You sure?
Some of them were precision and some of them were Sam Leisure. Sorry, some of them were precision and some of them were Sam Leisure's steel cloth.
There we go. There's the last frame of the night. 11:14.
11:14.
So in the morning, matches start at 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll have the under-18s event on. We're not sure who we've got on live stream just yet, but it'll be the under-18s first thing in the morning. Yes, Jakob, and then we go all the way through to 8:15. So about 10:30 finish tomorrow night. Right, we're going to say goodnight.
Yep. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Brilliant.
We'll see you all tomorrow.
Have a good night.